Hello, greetings. This is me again, Zahra Jawad, the truth seeker for everything, seeking so that we can make a better world, better place for us, a beautiful, a beautiful life. I just did a Facebook live stream for my health and things, what's coming to me. So for the record also, but it goes down. I cannot save it. Maybe when I search for it, it will come on Facebook. Yeah, so there are old pictures that come up when we search for things. On Facebook also, it's made easy, and YouTube. So I want to make this video for YouTube, upload it there, and then I also upload it on Facebook, even though I've done live streams and all this. Now, coming back to this religion, yes, concerned about those Muslims who are true, who've never wanted to harm people, who've never harmed people, are luckiest ones who've never troubled anyone, just kept quiet, patiently persevering, taking the zulm, taking cruelty, whatever, unkindness. So you're very, very lucky. So you may get hurt here to see all this, right? So I'm concerned, and about myself too. I know because I feel it. I don't know how much you feel it. We can't measure our pain or each other's pain, but so that's why the last video was a word of cautious and care, or care and cautious precaution. So please see that also were a reminder that I've been learning, and whatever I've been learning and whatever knowledge is coming to me, I want to share. So for the betterment, then you decide why I wanted to share this. Whether if you think I have some vendetta against Muslims or Islam, but I say it's. I know that I'm doing this for justice, to save people from blasphemy laws in Pakistan. It's still happening. From the punishments, severe punishments, and that all forms of punishments, violent ones, should be done away with, made redundant, extinct, because they are not good for, they don't help in making the person better. So what we want is to change the person, reform him. And like Khalil Gibran said, we don't know, even on laws, we make laws, and how then we break it. The Prophet, if you've ever read The Prophet of Khalil by Khalil Gibran, on judgment, or whatever it, sorry, I can't remember now, I'm not prepared for this, that I would be coming to Khalil Gibran and then Google search, you know what I mean, on love and all this crime and punishments. And so recently Ghalib Kamal's video came that I couldn't even watch it completely, fully. I just a little bit of it, so I did not get that person's, how they have name, or who, like he was an elderly, and I couldn't even put my glasses on to see his face. I couldn't. He looked like a young person who was tied, So he was freed by the police, but they were scared that, these Muslims of Pakistan would come and do something to the police station or wherever he is jailed or kept. So they let him go. You can listen to Ghalib Kamal, and I'm not good at explaining this. So I was thinking, I'm concerned here about Muslims' well-being, religious crisis, psychological, what happens. And here, and punishment, Saudi Arabia mentioning that, and Iran. and forgot to mention about Pakistan, what's happening in Pakistan. So, unfortunately, what a terrible, horrifying reminder. Again, mob, what do you call it? Mob lynching, mob killing, mob on blasphemy. Silence, silent shock, nervous shock, this shock, that shock, shocking times. So, now another thing is that you see these ex-Muslims, some of them like Gulzar Elia, comparing Krishna's this thing 16,000 marriages with Muhammad, so we can excuse him. This is a really good, Muslims will have any excuse they will take to excuse Muhammad. Oh, Hindus did it. Hindus, God, Avatar on earth did it. So why can't we? Why can't also we do it? Our Prophet, he knew well. Yes. And so please, I invite the Sunni Muslims with great humility to come here. Yes. I have around so many, so I would really like for the serious ones to come here and to see how the Shias have, so you can have a ball of a time here. How the Shias have also made such great excuses for Prophet Muhammad in the commentary section. I can see that, so yes. What did the American President movie, what was the quote? Yeah, beat the shit out of them. Beat the shit out of me, the American President. Quote from the American President movie. Yeah, so no, that's not what I mean, right? Neither, like it's just kidding. Please don't beat the shit out of anyone. Let me do it. I will expose this person. So, whether I don't like the Christian way, but all their contents, what they give us on YouTube, showing us is true. Whatever they're showing from the Sunni sources and the Ibn Kathir and Al-Sayyuti and this, that is all true. But sometimes they do insult us and put us down and say, no, we can't hear anything that you say about our Bible. See, like I now would explain that you cannot compare, but you really cannot compare, because I've sat with the gurus on YouTube, social media, to find out, maybe Facebook live stream. Sri Ravi Shankar ji, Sadhguru, not really sat with them, but indirectly, right? So please, now that Abrahamic religion, now Christians will say that no, you cannot compare Prophet Muhammad with Jesus Christ and get away and all this. But I tell you, there's a very thin line in that. So Muslims, you cannot compare whether you are ex-Muslims, you cannot compare this 16 or even 200,000, let's say, Sri Krishna married. I can't say that because the Hindus will stop me, because it's not true. And it's not good to exaggerate even. So 16,000 wives he had, or slave girls. Now you see. Oh my God, Gulzar Elia, I wish I could speak with due respect to him. Ex-Muslim, fellow ex-Muslim. Oh my God, I feel so angry. Because I'm so aggravated. So I don't understand the Christian position. Like, I want to speak about what Rob Christian pointed out. He pointed out the truth. But you see, this whole Abrahamic religion. So what point did I put forth that Last time I was saying they're going to give me a counter argument on that. This revolution of Prophet Muhammad, you would say that no, this is Abrahamic. Jews were there, Christians were there, and they were living with the pagan idol worshippers. Yeah. So the point is that you would say that no, Prophet Muhammad did not bring a revolution, because since Hazrat Adam it's been an evolution. Yes, for you who are in the Abrahamic religion, well, some Christians also did not believe in Prophet Muhammad. But the point here is that at that time, where the Abrahamic religion stands and all, and Hazrat Adam doesn't even have a book, but the Genesis have come. So it's written in a book, yes. It's written about him, even in the Quran. So we are told it would appeal to the Christians, it would appeal to the Jews of that time of Prophet Muhammad, but it would not have appealed to the Roman, even like Roman Empire, Egyptian king. What else is there? Persia. Why didn't it appeal to them? They know from Hazrat Adam this. They know Christians are there, we are told. We are also told Jews were there in Medina, we are told. I don't know how far what is true and what is not true, whether it's Makkah, Medina, graveyard is there. All this I've spoken about. Anyways, shrines are there, are Imam's shrines. Now, have you seen the Asar? Oh, cutting myself off. You see how he killed people? I got so heart sinking. The assassins. But now the Ismailis are not like this. So they're very peace loving, everything, like they wanted to protect themselves, so they became from the Sunnis, and those persecuting them, what happened, they became assassins. So a few people, a handful of people, because a lot of them were persecuted by the Abbasides, or afterwards the Sunni Muslims, who have taken the Umayyad side, the Abbasid side, caliphs. So what happened? These few you can watch on YouTube. You can watch this documentary and all about the assassins, the Ismailis, how Hassan ibn Sabah. And you know what the Muslims say, that we 12 Shias, this Hassan ibn Sabah was a Jew who helped. He made Shia Islam, and so we are the followers of a Jew and all this. He did not make Islam, Shia Islam. Shia Islam was long time ago when Imam Ali and all this. But anyways, you say no, he didn't. He didn't. Because you see, if you take the Ahl al-Bayt, it's not mentioned, only the wives are mentioned. Yes, by name. And it turns. So Prophet Muhammad did have Fatima. So we have given you Qasr. So we Shias take it very metaphorically, spiritually, indirectly. Anyways, so how shall I want you to see, not convince you without proof, or influence you or indoctrinate you. But see, this is what I'm trying. I hope I can see and you can see. So what will I tell myself? Ali was there. And there are recordings in the Sunni sources about Ali. Ali, Man kunta Mawla. Whoever I am the Mawla, Ali is his Mawla. Rasulullah said this. Hadith Qissa is there. The Shia sources taken from all this. Either Mubaila verse, and I could show you that Mubaila verse and all this. But right now, I'm here to tell you about Christians, some of them who are, oh my God, this post from Gulzar Elia. Why did I open the YouTube? Christian, some of them are very good, but some of them they don't like things said against Jesus Christ. They feel we are escaping, we are diverting, distracting ourselves. Some of us could be doing that, but sometimes when I mention the Bible and all this, because it is an Abrahamic religion, and what Jesus Christ mentions in the Bible about the Comforter, I compared the ayats, and it came, a lot of it was tallying. So, anyhow, now Rob Christian, what they point out is true, but sometimes they don't like this, and then, woof, out. Out you go. They get offended. Sam Shamoun and Adam came, and they were comparing Muhammad's laws with Hazrat Musa's laws. When I was there, and what Sam Shamoun said about me, false accusations, but timing me out. In the end, of course, Adam allowed me that I should, but what allow? Sam Shamoun had taken control of that. And just get her out. She's fake. And all this. Anyways, what my point is that like someone like Rob Christian, although I don't like their ways, sometimes insulting or something like that, I don't blame them maybe, because so many Christians being killed by Muslims, as they say, or whatever it is. So even the Muslims being killed, but we don't say Christian. Oh my God. In Bosnia. Anyways, so with due respect to the Muslims being killed long time ago, butchered, raped in Bosnia. Anyhow, but what I'm trying to, Muslims, Rob Christian or Christian Prince or David Wood, Dr. David Wood, whatever the contents is true, their contents is true, and David Wood is soft with us. When he had a debate and Sam Shamoun was there, sometimes he would give the young boy, a young man, a chance to talk and have a debate with. So I felt he was quite a great moderator. He was not taken away by that Sam Shamoun being a Christian, fellow Christian. He gave fair this thing to that boy, encouraging him to speak and all this. So I think Dr. David Wood is a very fair moderator. When they were challenging, there was a week or a month of challenge for the Muslims to go there. And they said, if you're a Shia, I think they said this, I'm not sure, if you stay away, like this is not for you, and all this. But I was there listening, if I could, help out in any way. However, some force had stopped me. I couldn't think. I went blank. So just listening, because I just had to, they had so much information gathered that I couldn't talk. It wasn't my time there to talk or defend my prophet. So I was gathering information and all this, and religious crisis. Well, cutting it myself short again, the contents they give from our sources, Sunni, Shia, even if they give through Christian Prince, Shia sources, is true. So now we'll go to Surah Fath, Quran. I haven't looked at the multilingual My Shia sources. I think there's hardly anything, but the translation is the same. Translators are same here. 9? If you look at the verse 9, that I'm much grateful to Rob Christian for pointing this out. This verse 9, is it? So that you believers may have faith in Allah and his messenger. Verse 9 of Surah Fat, I've forgotten to mention this. Rob Christian. See, we've all read this ayat. I remember reading a long time ago. So that you believers may have faith in Allah and His Messenger. Support and honor Him. And glorify Allah morning and evening. See, Dr. Mustafa Khattab, the Clear Quran translation is given here on Quran.com. Now, the only one translation, so I have to change this. But if you read it word by word, that you may believe. Sorry if I talk over this Arabic. I'm so, my health, restlessness and all this. I've listened, and sometimes when I'm talking, I'm unstoppable. I can't listen and I talk over people, so not a good, not good for debates or going on live streams and like that. YouTube live streams with another person on another person's channel. Okay? That you may believe in Allah and His Messenger, and may honor Him and respect Him and glorify Him. Right? Morning and evening. Now if I ask the Arabs what is, see, Arab who has translation, Dr. Mustafa Khattab, who is he? Who studied the Quran. You see how Muhammad put this in, that he may glorify them? No, he. So it's all about Muhammad. After Allah, Muhammad is mentioned here in this ayat. Oh, the glorify Him, it's not. "48th chapter of the Quran, 9 verse. Glorify Him. What is Dr. Mustafa Khattab, the Clear Quran? What has he put? Allah. And it's not here. Do you see? It's nowhere here that glorify Him is Allah. In the morning and the evening. Morning and evening. That's all. And the verse ends. We have been made to worship Rasulullah. That honor only the Shias give him. And then the Sunnis say that they worship who? Prophet Muhammad. We, Shias. Former Shia, I know this. Some of them say. But even we have not. I checked the multilingual Quran commentary section. Nothing, I don't know if anything about this that need to glorify Rasulullah. Okay, I need to go take a break, look at this, and then I will come back to those terrible ayats, connections, how we have been duped, how we have been deceived. And then we'll take the Surah Muhammad ayats, those violent ones, subdue them and this and that. I just want to show you how we have been deceived. Muhammad is supposed to be glorified, and glorify, if you Quran word to word, if you English dictionary engine, search engine, glorify means worship, and this could be only for God. That's why the translators, experts in Quran, have translated it to glorify Allah. Glorify, there's one meaning of glorify, and this is used in context to this. The meaning, praise and worship. Praise and worship. It goes with praise. Sometimes they use the word praise. Glorify. Search engine, thank you. Dictionary. Oxford Languages. Praise and worship. Oh, sorry, I'm moving this. The second is describe or represent as admirable, especially unjustifiably. Whatever that means. Unjustified, but it's unjustifiable, not justified. It's not justified. So, on this, then where will I take you? So, please reflect on this. Open your Quran. You who are interested, following me. And look at it. Have a hard look at it. How could you do this to us? And how could the Quran experts, Muslims, religious scholars do this to us? Huh? And then, you know why I'm doing this? I've come back to this Surifat ayat that Rob Christian explained in one of his videos or live streams that I saw later, so that you may be assured in your heart through the Quran. It's not like just passionately doing matam for the Shias, or take the Quran with my itrat, he said. So, and the Quran, even I asked my father, through this dream, I was telling him about my dream. He said, no way can the Imams change the word of Allah or the word of the Quran. So what is the greatest? The Quran is the greatest. So then, this is for the Shias too. So then, what happens? How many mistakes, right? Even our religious scholars, big, who have given their lives, sweat, blood, their families being martyred by the Sunni Shias. Sorry. By the Sunni Muslims. I make this mistake in my previous videos also. Some of them coming after the Shias, that they worship Muhammad, they've distorted. It was Ibn Saba, this Hassan ibn Saba, and the assassins, where he came from, and what the Sunnis say, that Sunni Muslims, that we Shias have done. It doesn't even have to do with the, and yeah, so the 12 Shias took this Ibn Saba, Ibn Saba, Hassan ibn Saba, made the Shia a split in Islam. All this goes on. So please, this also point thought I would put in, because remember my last video, how could Muhammad kill the Medinan Jews and overpower the Meccan idol worshippers with the few Muslims with him at that time, or Moments, believers with him, or Imam Ali even, we say one as Shia according to the Shias. So all this, right? So then slowly taking you from here, I need to now leave for a little while, and then I will complete this later with those. So I've shown the mistakes, right? I hope I've said this properly. So you understand where I'm taking you, myself and you, that we can't even trust our religious scholars, even the Shias. So more stress on even the Shia religious scholars to show us that we need to glorify Muhammad, and it's Muhammad here. And then, what has fallen apart? Everything. So we need to take from scratch, the hard way, contemplate, take the Quran ayats one by one. And so thank God the important ones we can take now. So if you're considering the good ayats, the great ayats, peaceful, this, that in Makkah, and then you see, we'll say that Rasulullah, they were giving him such a hard time, they were after his life, and so all these hypocrites, the way it is mentioned in the Quran, the disbelievers, how they attacked, and how terrible, how cruel, hard-hearted. You know what the hypocrites, when you leave the covenant of God, when you break it, what happens? You become hard-hearted, you become a hypocrite. So considering what we Sunni and Shia Muslims say, and the Quran ayats are there, oh Zara, but you know, the peaceful, the this, and the hypocrites were after Rasulullah, who wanted to hurt this religion, and this is the true religion, and Panjatan Pak, the Holy Five, the family of Rasulullah, excluding the wives, according to Shias. And even in Sahih Bukhari, I read, or somewhere, Muslim Sahih Muslim, sorry, Sunni sources, that he tells Rasulullah, when this, Jibreel comes and says, you are the ones who are thoroughly purified under this mantle, Dadi Salma, Salma comes and she says, can I enter? And he says, no, but you have a good end to her. This is in the Sunni sources, I checked, because when I was reading Tejani, he mentioned his book, then I was guided in the other books. When it came to this, I then got I had access to internet in Karachi at that time, long time ago, year 2000 somewhere. And so I checked the hadith sources, references given by Tejani in his books, one of his books. So then I checked, and it was there. These. So who are the real Ahle Sunnah? By Tejani, the book. So I may not be properly, accurately giving you the title of his book, but that is like something like this: who are the Ahle Sunnah, or something like this. You can even check, and then check online. Everything is on. If you have access to the internet or a library, you can go to. So in Pakistan, how cruel, how ruthlessly this man was killed, Shaheed, martyred. He on blasphemy. The police did not kill him. The mob outside, when he was released from the police station, the mob outside. So, this is, I have no words right now. So, okay, then maybe I should carry on. Let's see. What shall I? So now, no. Then from here, I hope then join me in another audio video. How I have to think about it, like how from here I will take you to that part where subdue them, Surah Muhammad ayat 4, or like 4th ayat of Surah Muhammad, and then the 60, from 60 to 62 ayat of Surah Ahzab. So like that, you see, do you agree that the religious scholars, is this enough? Making mistakes in translations? Or shall I take you to Surah Tawbah ayat? Take their Lord, do not take, who take their lords and rabbis as lords. They who take their rabbis and monks as lords instead of Allah, besides Allah, and Isa ibn Maryam. that also a mistake, meaning you can take Allah and Isa ibn Maryam, but those religious scholars, those Arabic experts of the Quran, Quran, yeah, they have to be Arabic experts and English experts, because I'm reading the translation in English, right? How they've made mistakes. So pointing this out would lead to what? Ask yourselves. We can't rely on anything but start from scratch. However, what the Christians are giving us now, the contents and explaining, Dr. David Wood trying to correct them, they are right. Correct, 100% accurate. So I had to rely on them, yes. I had to. I trusted because I saw that they were right. Rob Christian, for example, in this, about this ayat, Surah Fat. So this point also, Surah Fat ayat, and how they've corrected us and what nikah means. Then I have to start from scratch and listen to them, gather information from Rob Christian, Dr. David Wood, wherever he comes. If he comes with Apostate Prophet, I have to go there, listen to him. It is my duty, my responsibility when they are live and I am awake, even if it is at 4 o'clock in the morning. I have to see what is Dr. David Wood saying, because they corrected me, and I saw that the religious scholars from eons, 1400 years, they've been making mistakes. We can't trust them, even in the translation of the Quran ayats. So wouldn't they be making mistakes in the commentaries, finding excuses to even the Shia religious scholars? I had to see this with let's say a terrible, heavy heart. So, but the most important is translation of the Quran, ayats in English, mistakes in that too. So hope I've established that, and you see it too, and you can see it. Thank you, and then I'll continue later with the other ayats now, with this foundation, right? That we cannot even trust our own religious scholars and Quran experts. Thank you so much.